Samuel Dickerson, welcome to the show, man.
What's up, man? How you doing, George?
I am fantastic, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. How did you know my full name?
You sent it to me.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, I'm doing great, man. God bless. God bless.
Yeah, God bless. So, pretty much how I do this is I typically ask what the other individual does for work. So if you were to explain to any other individual, to some random person on the street, what it is that Samuel does, how would you explain it?
I am a fitness coach. That means I give people very simple meal plans to follow. Like I tell them, you're going to eat this for your breakfast, this for your lunch, this for your dinner. You're going to do 30 minutes of walking in the morning, and you're going to do these 3 exercises. And I give people simple plans like that, tailored to them, and I help them lose weight. Like on average, I try to help people lose like 10 pounds a month.
Love it, love it.
So that's what I do.
Okay. And how did that begin?
It began with my own fitness journey. So when I was younger, I was always an athlete, but I was on the chubbier side because in my household we didn't really prioritize health and fitness and calorie counting. We didn't know what that stuff was.
Right.
So I was a little on the chubbier side, but I was very athletic. Now, when I was 17, I fractured a vertebrae in my spine. Okay. I wrestled and I played football. So it was a small fracture at first and just got progressively worse. Now, after a few months of that, I wasn't able to be active at all. And then a few months later, I got a job. Got my first job working at Macy's. Now I couldn't be active anymore. And now I had money. So now I'm going to, the food court in the mall. And I'm getting the Chinese food. I'm getting like the sesame chicken, the greasy rice, the greasy noodles. And I'm just packing on the pounds. Right. I'm going to McDonald's like 2-3 times a day. Getting 2-3 McChickens with large fries, chocolate chip cookies, and a sweet tea. So I'm just eating like crazy. So I balloon up to 260 pounds. Then, I'm trying to lose weight, not able to figure it out. But then one day, I'm with my friends, and we're at the beach, and he's like, there are girls there, and he's like, everybody, do you think I could have, a burger, or do you think I'm gonna get fat? He lifts up his shirt, and you see nothing but abs, and I'm like, must be nice. I'm gonna get that. Then a week later, I'm at my other friend's house, and I lean back to get my phone out my pocket, and he calls me out in front of everybody. He says, "Sam, you gotta lose weight. Like you had to lean back to get your phone out your pocket." They're like guys and girls there, so I'm embarrassed. I was upset, but the next day I just started running. I woke up in the morning. I did a 5-minute jog. And the only thing I ate that day, I went to McDonald's and I had they used to have salads at the time. So I got like a grilled chicken salad and no dressing. And I had that for my lunch and I ate that for dinner. That's all I ate. Yeah. And then before I went to bed, I did another 5-minute jog. And I literally repeated that every single day for 6 months. And I went from 260 pounds down to 160 pounds. And for the first time in my life, I had a 6-pack. So that's how I got into fitness. I started to coach people and started to train people because my neighbor, this is my best friend, he lived next door. His mom would ask me, "Hey, you gotta train me, I'm trying to lose weight." Yeah. So I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Most people, when they say that, they don't really want to do it. So I knock on her door. "Hey, you ready?" "Oh, tomorrow. The next day, knock on the door. "You ready?" "Oh, the next day. Knock on the door again. "Oh, the next day." And my mom, I'm like, she don't really want this. Like, I'm good. She don't want this. 2-3 months later, maybe 4, she died of a heart attack. So I felt a little guilty because I'm like, if I would have just kept on pushing her, or maybe if I would have took another approach and said, no, we just going to do a 5-minute walk to help her build up some momentum. If I would have done more, maybe she would have still been alive. Yeah. So that's how I got into fitness for myself. And that's how I got into the actual personal training and the fitness coaching aspect of it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. First off, you lose 100 pounds. And through you losing that 100 pounds, you inspired somebody else who told you. Unfortunately, they did end up passing away. So in some ways, would you say that was the inception for what caused you to start going out and helping individuals?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Because of what could have been, right?
Yeah.
I see.
It literally made me realize that hey, it's so simple. Instead of eating fried chicken, if you order the grilled chicken, you will live longer.
Right.
Like, you know, like, and I saw the aftermath of that. Like, I've seen kids lose a mom. I've seen a mom lose a daughter. So it's like your life will literally be prolonged just by making a few simple changes.
Yeah.
You know, do a 5-10 minute walk if you can. That can literally save your life. So that's what like kind of shifted my whole approach into just like, how can I help make it simple? How can I be more persistent?
Right.
So,
Yeah. It's unfortunate some people don't really have those tools or those mindsets or what you have, the consistency, or not even just that, but the simplicity around it. Having that shift where you can switch from fried chicken over to grilled chicken, just subtle things that people don't really notice in real time, that absolutely makes a difference. So that happens. What do you do after that?
Okay, so after that, I just start like trying to train people as much as I can.
Okay.
So I had another neighbor. I was training her for like $5 a week. You know, training her every day for an hour for like $5 a week.
Okay.
Eventually, I got into a gym. There was a gym called Exports. I started training there. There was another gym called Blink. I started training there. I got fired from Blink, and then I get fired from my job as a personal trainer, and I'm about to go apply to Crunch Fitness. So I tell my dad, I'm like, all right, I got fired. I'm about to apply to this other gym. He's like, nah, start your own thing. I'm like 22 at the time.
Interesting.
I'm like, you sure? Like, he's like, no, start your own thing. So that day I made my LLC. I went on, LegalZoom or whatever it is online. I made BetterYouBetterSociety LLC. Yeah. And I printed out some disclaimers and some check-in sheets. And I had a client from Blink. She referred like her mom to work with me, who was a doctor. So that was my first personal client in my personal business. And I trained her 3 times a week, and I think she was paying me $120 a week. That kept me afloat because I had bought a car and I was like, I had a lease payment. So that helped keep me afloat. Yeah. And then over the last like 8 years, I've been just growing the business. Yeah. Got into doing workshops in colleges, started doing workshops at different doctors' offices. That same doctor, she let me like teach workshops at her office. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened next.
Okay. So you told us a little bit about your story. Let's get into the value. How can we, let's say I'm 225 pounds. My self-esteem is lacking. I don't have much confidence in myself. I have a lot of anxiety. And I look at other people, and it seems as though people have more confidence the better shape that they're in. And I want to be able to get into that physical shape, but I don't know where to start. Where should I start, Sam?
Okay. So early today, right, Michael Smoke, he said something real powerful. Mm-hmm. He was talking about how like the only part of the brain that can actually grow and like develop more is the part of the brain that basically controls willpower. Mm-hmm. And you grow your willpower by doing hard things. Right. So I think that's something real powerful to hold on to. Let's keep that information put in our back pocket. So we know that we grow our willpower by doing hard things. Mm-hmm. Now let's fast forward back to the person who is 225 and they want to lose weight, get in shape. They see other people doing it, right? For me, seeing other people be in shape and me feeling bad and me like, I let that anger me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hide from it. I looked in the mirror. I held my rolls. I felt the disgust, the discomfort. Mm-hmm. I got angry at me. I got angry at my situation. And because I was honest with myself, that's what gave me, because anger is like a powerful fuel. Yeah. It's like nitrous. It's like gasoline. I let that fuel me going out and running that next day. I let that fuel me getting that grilled chicken and the salad instead of getting the 3 McChickens and the large fry. Mm-hmm. Even though that tastes better, I let that passion fuel my decisions. Yeah. So the first thing is like, get angry and use that in a positive direction. Like, feel the anger. Yeah. The next thing everyone needs is they need a simple, repeatable plan. Because you can be passionate, but if you doing something that's not simple, that's complicated, it's hard to be consistent with that. And if you're not consistent, you'll lose 2 pounds, but then that's it. So what I like to do is create a plan. And the plan should have 2 parts. It should be a meal aspect of it, and it should be a cardio aspect of it. So the meals, anyone who listening to this, and you will know this as well too, if anybody wants to lose weight, the easiest way to do it is to just eat like meat and vegetables. Like breakfast, I'm on vacation right now, and like I just ordered meat, like chicken breast and vegetables, like ground beef and vegetables. Yeah. If you just make a meal plan for yourself, where it's like your breakfast is gonna be eggs and vegetables, like eggs and spinach. Your lunch is chicken breast and vegetables. Your dinner is chicken breast and vegetables. And if you need a snack, you snack on fruit. And then try your best to, no lie, just walk for 60 minutes every day. And make it a routine, make it a schedule. So I eat my meals at this time, and this time. I do my cardio at 7 a.m. when I wake up. Like, you have to put it in your calendar. Nick said earlier, he said, if it's not in your calendar, it's not a priority. So 100%. You schedule in an hour of cardio every day, and you schedule in like what times you're going to eat and what you're going to eat for your meals. And if you just 60 minutes of cardio and you just eat like chicken breast and veggies 3 times a day, I bet anybody every dollar in my bank account, they will lose weight. Yeah. Like quickly at that.
1,000%.
So yeah, that's.
Especially somebody who's just beginning to exercise too, and they've never had that stimulant on their body before. The amount of growth and adaptation that your body has because of what it's recovering, how much muscle it's building, how much endurance it's building in real time, it's just shifts the trajectory of what your body is capable of. I love the bit that you mentioned, rage. There's no amount of growth or transcendence that I've had more than from rage. I unfortunately had a girlfriend that dumped me. The reason I mentioned 225 pounds is because that's where I was at. And I lost 63 pounds because of it. And when you use that rage and that fire, it's unlike any sort of capacity or fuel that you can use. And upon using it, you have to take advantage of it. Because if it just lingers away, there goes your exhaust to be able to make a trajectory or make a change in your life. So I wholeheartedly agree with that. And then also just what you mentioned, the food consumption. I think, 1,000%. I think the food consumption, if you tell anyone, just like you said, if you eat food that comes out of the ground, out of an animal, you'll lose weight consistently. It's unreal how true that is. Yeah. Anything you want to touch up on there too?
I mean, a few things. So like so I go viral a lot for saying eat chicken breast and vegetables. And people say, you say the same thing every video. But I say it every single video, every single day, because like if you want to lose weight and you want something simple, if you literally eat chicken breast and vegetables 3 times a day, like I said, I bet you every dollar in my bank account, you'll lose weight. So if you're looking for something to get you started with, like look no further. That's number one. Yeah. The other thing is back to like the rage thing. Like when you feel a strong emotion, you need to take action immediately. Like if you're 225, your girlfriend dumped you, like use that. Like and you go to the gym that day. You get on a meal plan that like use that. Yeah. A lot of people, they like to they use like vices like drugs and certain, I don't want to say certain words and get this taken off YouTube, but they use certain like vices that numb their pain. Right. You want to use that pain in a positive way. That's what, like imagine if instead of me going running and me eating the chicken breast and the lettuce, like when my friend got me upset, imagine if I went to go, like smoke something, or imagine if I went to, go get me a cake to eat and comfort myself and pacify myself. Yeah. I would not be who I am today. Right. Like you got to use that fuel, that rage, and use it immediately, take action immediately before it dies off. So yeah, I remember when I was younger, bro, I used to I would be running and I would like just think about like the things like or the people that hurt me, that broke my heart. Mm. Like if I was in bed being lazy, I'd just like, okay, this person hurt me, and then that would like, let's go. I would use that as my pre-workout. Yeah, right.
I actually used to make a note of all the times someone made me upset, and I screenshotted all the photos and put them onto my note. So whenever I was feeling that sort of like energy, I would go to that note and look at every single photo that made me upset. And I was just, let's go. Yeah. David Goggins mode in that moment.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so how do we start? I'm rage. I'm angry. I'm using it. Now, I'm putting in a lot of effort, but I'm not seeing results. What seems to be the issue? Let's say I'm running 3 to 4 times out of the week. I'm lifting. I am going to bed early. I'm drinking water. And But I like to cheat from time to time. I'm eating a lot of the meals that I'm accustomed to eating, but the training's there. Why am I not getting any results?
No, because the diet's bad.
Okay.
You know, like, so if you don't eat good, you know you're not going to lose any weight.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to see good progress.
Right.
Man, I was telling my wife earlier today that when I first started working out, you know, I was crazy, bro. For like the first 6 years of me working out, me and my best friend Mark, who's also a fitness coach too, like for 6 years, we probably didn't go to the gym for 4 days, you know, out of like 365 times 6. Like we just missed 4 days in the gym.
Wow.
And like I wasn't in super good shape that whole time because during that whole time my diet wasn't 100%. The times when my diet was good, I was looking sharp. I was lean, abs, bang. But the time when my diet was sloppy, I was a little bit on the pudgier side.
Yeah.
Still was strong, still whatever. You could pat myself on the back for that, but your diet dictates how sexy you look. So,
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then there's a thing online that's going around too, which is people are creating more nutritious meals that is similar to what they can get at McDonald's. Do you have any variants on what somebody can make if they say, I really want a McChicken really bad, or I really want a Big Mac really bad? What can I do instead of going to McDonald's? What can I do at home?
Oh, I'm 100% for that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like I'll say, oh, you're going to eat chicken breast and vegetables. That's like the 80-90% because we entrepreneurs, we're busy. You know, I was young when I lost weight. I didn't know how to cook.
Yeah.
So that's what we do most of the time. On the days when I want something that tastes good, I'm like, babe, let's pull up on TikTok. Let's see, how do we make that homemade McChicken, baby? You know what I'm saying?
Which turns out to be so much better.
Yeah, exactly. It tastes better too.
Yeah.
One of my, especially when my wife cooks,
Yeah.
woo, that woman right there can throw it down. But look, one of my favorite things that I can make myself is I like to make homemade burgers and sweet potato fries.
Ooh.
So instead of using the regular bun, I use the low calorie buns, which only like 45 calories a pop instead of like 300 calories a pop.
Yeah.
I use the 93% lean ground beef instead of the super fatty beef that they make. And I cook the sweet potato fries in the air fryer instead of frying getting grease. So I'm eating burgers and fries, but it's half the calories as Mickey D's.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, like any of those recipes on TikTok, I'm like, I love them. I just can't cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
So then, would you say you lean more towards a calorie deficit for your clients?
yeah,
Yeah. As opposed to just changing like the lifestyle in some way, or is it both?
I think, I mean, it's both.
Yeah,
Because,
for sure.
Like with me, my clients come in and like the first 3 things I have them doing is, number 1, we're eating a protein source and vegetables, you know, for their breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If they're going to do carbs, they'll do it with just 1 meal a day. They're eating fruit instead of cookies now.
Yeah.
So that is not only a lifestyle change, but it's also going to have them in a calorie deficit.
Yeah.
I have them doing at least 30 minutes of cardio. Really, it's 60 minutes, but some people will do 30 if they're super busy. That also has them in a calorie deficit because it's increasing their calorie expenditure.
Yeah.
And I have them lifting weights at least 3 days a week.
Yeah.
If it's somebody who's super, like, you know, a beginner, they might just be doing some chair squats. They're like, I tailor it to everybody, but everybody lifts weights, does cardio, and now they're eating whole, unprocessed foods where they are prioritizing protein and vegetables. So, yes, it's calorie deficit, but also it's lifestyle. And a lot of what I do too is like, I train the mindset and the mentality.
Love it.
It's like, you know, I drill in my clients' head, like, if you stick to this plan, your wildest dreams are going to come true. Yeah. You're going to get off the diabetes medication. You're going to live longer. You're not going to have to get limbs amputated the same way your family members did. You're going to lose the weight. You're going to fit better in your clothes. If it's for the guys, I tell them, you're not going to suffer with erectile dysfunction anymore. Because, you know, like, I just figured this out not so long ago. But, like, diabetes is like sugar in your blood. When you have sugar in your blood, it destroys your blood vessels. And then, like, men, like, your penis is like a bunch of, like, blood vessels. You got sugar in there grinding up those blood vessels. Now you can't maintain a strong erection. So it's like these things, it helps us lose weight, but it helps us live longer. Yeah. And most people don't value health until they get sick. Like I had a migraine earlier today. Man, I'm like, God, please. Please let this just be a migraine and let this not be the beginning of a stroke. Like when you really start getting sick, that's when you like, I wish I would have took better care of my health. So I don't even know if I answered your question, but
life is maintenance, right? We were just talking about that a little bit before.
Yeah.
Most of what you do today is going to compound into something you wish you would have done yesterday. The decisions that you decide to make today are going to translate to your future. And if you are choosing to distance yourself from any exercise, any effort, any pain, it's going to be so much harder in the future because you didn't do anything today. What seems to be the main concern or biggest issue that most of your clients come to you about?
Like, they want to lose weight. They don't like how they fit in their clothes. They know that they're getting older and they want to live longer. They want to be healthier. Like a lot of it's like health concerns. It's the way they look, the way they feel. It's their confidence. Because I do believe that everybody wants to look good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's all of that stuff. Everybody wants to be healthy, and because I want to be healthy, and I can only assume. I was like, I know you want. It's like, bro, I know you want a six pack. I know you got money, but I know you want to rip off them clothes, and I know you want your wife when she see you to be like, ooh, you know. I know you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, that's usually it's like how they look, how they feel. They're healthy. They want to live longer. They got kids. They want to be around for their grandkids, things like that.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, that was typically, I remember when I was trying to lose weight, that was seemingly the main concern. I mean, obviously unfortunately, it was about the revenge bod. So like, I'm going to get into this really good shape and she's going to see how much of a loss that she had. Blah, blah, blah. But I remember most of the part, it also came down to having that self-confidence, because once you obtain that confidence, because it's built, you built it on your own. Nobody took it away from you. Nobody's able to take it away from you. You showed up, you put in the reps, you drank the water, you ate the protein. Like it's a badge of honor that nobody can remove from you. And I love that. I love that wholeheartedly, because the confidence that comes is unattainable compared to what you can do to try to give yourself confidence, not being in the shape that you want to be. Because if you're constantly like striving and you can't seem to get there, you're never going to have the level of confidence that you want to have.
Yeah. Like Mike was talking about building evidence today. Like I know that, this sounds arrogant, but like, I know I'm a king and I'm a soldier because like I have the evidence that backs that up. Like I know I used to run 5 miles every morning and 5 miles every evening. Like I know that I was only eating chicken breast and lettuce twice a day and only snacking on fruit, and I did that for 6 months straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. Like, and I remember how hard that was. Sometimes saying it, it's like, oh, okay, look, no, like that's like in real life. I'm waking up early and I'm jogging while fat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to McDonald's and I'm getting the salad and the grilled chicken while I'm fat. So you know I want the burger and the fries, but I'm being disciplined and I'm getting this instead. So like just having that evidence, it's like, I do this. Then I think it shifts your identity, which is super important.
Yeah, wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, that bit about waking up, even it's not just the exercise, it's the waking up, it's the going to bed early, it's drinking the gallon of water first thing in the morning, it's brushing your teeth, knowing that you have to put on your running shoes even though you know wholeheartedly that you don't want to put on your running shoes, but you do it anyway. It's those tiny wins that translate to the big wins. Yeah.
I love that you're bringing this up because even right now it's 9 p.m. it's 9:09 on a Saturday, right? And like I still gotta go do an hour of cardio. Like I said, we on vacation, so I still gotta go to the gym and put on my gym clothes and do an hour of cardio. And I don't feel like doing it, but that is where your dream body resides. That's where everything you want in life resides. It's in you doing the things that you don't want to do in real life. Not like writing it down and I'm gonna do. No, it's not just making a plan. It's executing the plan when it's uncomfortable. When I could go have a pizza, we're on vacation. I could make that excuse, but no, I'm about to go do something that's super uncomfortable. I don't feel like doing an hour of cardio, but I want to do it anyway.
Yeah. So. He's about it in real time. He walks the walk and he talks that talk. I love it. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that the running part, doing your cardio. I actually set an intention to do more 10K steps per day. I do it, but I want to be able to ensure that I hit my targets every day. Just because, so when I get home, I'm going to do another lap myself as well. I love do it. About 30 minutes around the neighborhood. So, yeah.
My coach has me doing at least 12,000 steps a day. So
nice.
I do like 90 minutes of cardio, like every morning as soon as I wake up, like no matter what.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That reminds me. So let's say, going back to that individual that wants to lose weight, what would you have them start with? I know you were mentioning that you do both, which is dope. I like that you do the hybrid between running and lifting, but is there a preference that you would have someone start with, whether it's running or lifting? Or my question to you is, what would you, if you were to only have one of the two, what would you have them start with first?
Oh, man. Okay, so tell, like, who am I talking to you? Right? Let's say, like, how much do you weigh right now?
I'm 185.
So if, let's say you were, 240, right? Yeah. You weigh 240 pounds, and you want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Right? And you're telling me...
I'm trying to get to 190.
Okay, so you want to lose 50 pounds, you're 240 pounds, right? Now, are you eating right, at least?
I eat out during the weekend, but I meal prep during the week.
Okay. Now, I know I don't want to ruin this experiment, but I'm just trying to understand who I'm talking to. So, are you losing weight doing what you're currently doing?
No.
Okay. So, the first thing I would have you do is, work on your diet. I would say, stop eating out. We're going to stick to the meal plan Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Nothing going to change.
Okay.
That's the first thing I would have you do so we can actually start losing weight just from what we're doing with the diet alone.
For sure.
Then, if the diet is locked in, and you're like a young guy in your 20s, the next move would be weightlifting.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be the next move.
Why is that?
Because the diet alone would have you losing weight, and you're going to be getting your protein in. So you're losing weight already with that. Now, the weightlifting is going to help you start building some muscle while you're losing the weight. Mm-hmm. So fat loss comes down to eating in a calorie deficit and lifting weights. So that will eventually get you to your goal. Now, if you wanted to lose weight faster, that's when we throw in the cardio. That just speeds up the fat loss a little bit. So, yeah.
Should I run right after I lift? Or how would I strategically place those two? Does one overlap one another? Or are they coherent? Like, are they in sync? So I could lift and then run? Or should I lift? Or should I run then lift? How should I do that if I wanted to do both?
Okay, so since I'm talking to you, a pretty young guy, you wake up in the morning, you do your cardio. Yeah. So that's runs, you want to do sprints, hit work, whatever you want to do. Like do your cardio in the morning, 30 to 60 minutes, whatever you want to do. Then later in the day, in the afternoon, evening time, that's when you do your lifting. Or you lift in the morning, then you do your cardio later. But you can split it up. Cardio and then weightlifting at different times of the day.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. And then to somebody who's just starting as well, when it comes to weightlifting, do I do machines? Do I do compounds? Do I just stick to cables? Do I just do body weight stuff? How would I go about making those decisions?
Any of the above. Like literally any of the above. Let's say I'm talking to you, I would recommend, number one, you get a workout plan. You get a workout program, right? And you can get one on Google, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. You can just get a workout program. And when you go to the gym, you just prioritize form initially. Once your form gets better, then you start increasing the weight that you're doing. But no matter if you start with calisthenics, if you start with weightlifting, if you start with booster bowls, or you're going to have to start slow anyway and get the form down, or else you're going to get hurt. So
for sure,
anything you want to do, just start off with good form.
Yeah, the form part. So I used to be a personal trainer myself, and that was the main thing that I try to drill into everyone's minds is because most individuals, especially myself, I'm talking about myself at this point too. When I first started lifting, I try to get the big heavy 60s, even though I was only able to push 25 to 30s at that time. But because, my friends are around me, hoorah, right? I'm strong, I'm masculine, blah, blah. And then injury. Yeah. So the importance of being able to push is nice. It's super invigorating being able to push heavy weight, but to be able to push that heavy weight starts with doing precise form at first. Yeah, I love that. I love that part.
100%, bro.
Eat, man. Eat.
Yeah. It's funny, like, people will not prioritize form. I did not prioritize form until the first time I got hurt. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. What were we talking about before we cut? Before we broke?
We were talking about. You said the last thing I heard you say was like he was like.
Oh, form. We're talking about form.
Yes, form. Yeah, I was saying how like you don't care about form. Well, I didn't care about form until I got my first injury.
Yeah. What was your first injury?
Man, I hurt my back when I was 17.
Yep.
So my first kind of gym injury, man, I was deadlifting. And you know what's funny? So at this time, like I deadlift like 315 for like 30 reps. Like, I was strong.
Wow.
So I'm deadlifting 405. And on this day, I just felt weak. But there was a guy at the gym that I was going to that at that time I didn't like. His name was Rob, right? We're cool now. So Rob,
okay.
you know I love you, bro.
Shout
but
out, Rob.
I didn't really like him. And he was walking by me. And I've actually never told anybody the story. It's funny. So I'm deadlifting the 405, right? And then I get to, like, I max out on the reps. And he was walking by. And I'm like, man, let me show him how much stronger than him he is. So I go for another rep. I hear pop, 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 pop on my back. I drop it. And, bro, I couldn't walk right for, like, 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah. So I never did that again.
How does it heal? How did it heal?
Just with time.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Like, just with time. I was young-ish. I was like, let's say I'm 24-ish. So I was young. I think it healed up.
Yeah, it's still made out of magic and rubber, eh?
Say it again?
It's still made out of magic and rubber at that age?
Oh, magic and rubber? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, bro, I'm 32 now, so I'm real cautious. I warm up good. I make sure I brace my core. I'm super, like, in tune with everything now.
Yeah. And how's that shifted? So you mentioned, it's been 15?
What do you mean?
17 to 32 you've been training?
Yeah. Wow.
So 15 years.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the difference that you've noticed in yourself in how you lift from your day-to-days?
Well, I definitely got to be smarter.
Yeah.
Like, I was running 10 miles every day when I was young. Like, my knees still hurt a little bit, I think, because of me doing all of that back then.
Wow.
So I'm just a little bit smarter. Like, I'll run 3 days a week now. I make sure I warm up before I squat. Little things like that.
Yeah.
And I got to warm up with my upper body. Like, my shoulder has been feeling off for, like, the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So just little things. It's, like, nothing major, but I just have to be more careful with my body. And the way that I lift now, not only am I prioritizing my strength and the way that I look, but I'm also thinking mobility. Like, I was at the supermarket and this little baby was like, his mom brought him up to me to like shake my hand. He's like I don't know, 14 months old. So, like I squat down, I'm like, hey, he shakes my hand. I want to be able to do stuff like that. Yeah. Like squat without pain, do little things like that.
I see. Yeah. So being just a bit more intentional with what it is that you're doing. Yeah. I have a buddy of mine who him and I share similarities in terms of what we're working on and what we're doing. But he also had a period where he was overworking himself. I myself included, I had days where I was lifting 6 times out of the week and then doing some runs, trying to walk 10,000. Like, it was just all types of things. And throughout that period in overtraining myself, I learned the importance of just doing less but more. Does that make sense? Where you're like doing 3 days or 4 days, but you're pushing really hard, but then you're giving yourself that time in between. So it seems the people that I've talked to the most, just like you just shared right now, the people that train really hard for an intensive amount of time, they tend to go back to that stage where like, I got to be smarter with the way that I'm training now. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So, okay. So what is the coach's day-to-day look like?
Oh, that's a good question, bro.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So my day-to-day. So what's funny? Because I'm like an entrepreneur, like first, and like business is first, like it kind of shifts based off of what the priority is at the moment. Okay. Lately, what my day-to-day has been like I wake up and then like, brush my teeth, but then I go to my desk and then like I start like reading my comments. I see what people are struggling with. I see what my clients are struggling with. And I start like kind of scripting out what content I'm going to create, what lessons I'm going to teach. So I script everything out, like my short videos, my long videos, my live presentations. I map it all out. And that usually will take me, let's say, 2.5 hours. Then take a shower, freshen up, go to the gym, knock out my 90 minutes of cardio. Then I come back and then take a shower again. Then I start filming everything. Okay. So I film all the content. I edit everything. I do my lives. I do my lessons. All of that. And then I'll have like 2 or 3 people that want to join my coaching program. So I'll get on calls with them to see, like if they'll be a good fit or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of get them signed on, get them onboarded. And then I'll meet up with like my team of coaches, like talk with them and see how things are going. I'll teach like a group lesson for like my clients. And then after that, it's usually I might go live again on TikTok or YouTube or something like that. And I'll just kind of make more content. And around this time, let's say it's 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, me and my wife will start cooking dinner. And that's pretty much it.
I love that. I love that last half, the cooking dinner part. That must be amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I get to chill with my best friend.
Yeah. I love that. I love that wholeheartedly. You mentioned, the stage of where you're at, entrepreneur, and then also coach, you're helping other individuals. I'm sure it must be difficult in some ways to be able to maintain the level of physique that you carry at the moment. So for individuals that are also that entrepreneurship mind, what are the roadblocks that's holding them back from being able to be in a position where they're more secure and free in their body? What do you think is like their biggest limiting factor?
What do you mean, like
for like entrepreneurs?
That's stopping entrepreneurs from what, like getting in shape?
Weight loss, yeah.
To be honest with you, like I have a coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have that level of accountability because like I'm so busy, especially like with business, like I prioritize it so much. Right. It's the first thing I do. So my fitness can easily become an afterthought. So I have a coach and we do like 2 check-ins a week, every Wednesday and every Saturday. He sees my weight. He sees what my photos are looking like. So that little bit of pressure, it keeps me sharp.
Yeah.
So that's number one, like just being intentional with your fitness.
Right.
And the best way to be intentional with your fitness is to have a coach, like have somebody there, like I expect you to be 2 pounds lighter, this week than you were 7 days ago. So that kind of shapes your decisions. And if you really respect your coach, you don't want to let them down. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to check with my coach like tomorrow. I don't, like I'm like, dang, I gotta go do my cardio. So I think that's number one, being intentional with it and prioritizing it. And then with that, next, let's say you have a plan. This is going to be my meal plan. This is the cardio I'm going to do. These are the workouts I'm going to do. I'm really big on writing out your plan because if you don't write it out, it's hard to even do it.
Yeah, because it stays up here for the most part.
Yeah. You forget.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I like that. Man, I like that a lot when it comes to having some form of accountability, because some people can look at a specific coach, a weight loss coach, and think, oh, you have a coach? Well, yeah, because I'm also in the game as well. Just because I've done the things, like I'm able to help people from point A to point B, but that doesn't mean I'm not capable of being able to go out and find somebody else to help me out as well for extra accountability, etc. Yeah.
I think it's arrogant. Like when people say like, oh, I don't need a coach, or I don't need it's like, I think that's arrogant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a coach, like I lost 100 pounds in 6 months by myself, and I get a benefit of having somebody like push me and hold me accountable, even in business. Like I have mentors that coach me, that hold me accountable. They say, okay, this is the goal for this month, and they give me guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like no one doubts whether or not you are capable to be excellent all on your own, but they say, that saying, 2 heads are better than 1, 3 heads are better than 1, 4 heads are better than 1.
100%.
So I want as many people on my team to be my cheerleader, to be my support system, to give me the biggest advantage that I can get.
100%.
There's no shame in my game.
Yeah, I love that.
If I had more money, I'd have 10 coaches.
Yeah.
Look, if I had enough money, I would have flew my coach out. He'd been right there making, you know what I'm saying? He would have made me, eat the salad. Like, it's not
feed it to you.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I fell into that a little bit too when I was a personal trainer. I remember some people telling me like, why don't you? Because I was trying to do the whole online Twitter thing with weight loss coaching, and I remember I had a buddy of mine tell me, why don't you just go to another personal trainer, hire him for a couple of sessions, and maybe you can learn something new out of him. But because, like you mentioned, I was so arrogant, I was so egotistical, thinking that, I do all my research on my own. Wow, that's a lot to learn about myself. I'm going to have to write that down. Yeah, I do all the research. I do all the programs. I do all the writing, et cetera, et cetera. But that was just limiting me from what I could potentially learn from somebody else who's also been in the game for so long.
Yeah.
You know, it's just it's that idea where if I have an apple and you have an apple, I give you the apple and you give me your apple. We both have one apple. But if I have an idea and you have an idea and I give you my idea, you give me your idea, we now walk out of that with 2 ideas.
That's fire. Bro. Yeah. That's fire.
Yeah.
At first I'm like, where you going with it? That was good.
Thanks,
that was
man.
good. Yeah. But you believe in mentorship because I just met you at like a mentor event, right, bro? So you believe in that.
Yeah.
But if I could say there's one thing that I regret, it would be not hiring mentors, not joining the little, back in the day I would see like these ads on Facebook like, click this link and join my masterclass. My biggest regret is not joining those master classes and hiring a mentor earlier on.
Yeah.
That's been the thing that has like helped me 4x how fast I've grown, how much money I've made, how much in shape I've gotten. The best shape I've ever gotten was when I had my old bodybuilding coach. He got me right. So that's like my biggest regret, like not working with mentors sooner.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Like it took me like 10 years to grow a following on social media. If I could just have a little 5-minute conversation with the 20-year-old version of me, bro, I'd be a billionaire right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy. Like years of trial and error could have been wiped out completely with a little 10-minute conversation with a good mentor. So yeah.
Yeah. There's an analogy that I used to use, which was, it's like you're walking down a specific trail, a roadway, and a train comes, and you're trying to get to Pallet Town. The Pokemon game. You're trying to get to Pallet Town, and the train comes. Oh, hey, young one. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. Well, we're on our way to Pallet Town. Do you want to come? No, because I want to walk there. It's this limitation that there's like a refusal to pay in because it's like a big loss the moment that you decide to pay in. But having paid in just grants you so much more capacity, so much more potential to earn off of that one investment. Yeah. So get on the train. Get on the train.
That's the perfect analogy. Yeah. It's like if you get on this train, you're gonna get to your destination in like 5 minutes. If you walk, it's gonna take you like 10 weeks. Like, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna walk. Are you sure? Like 5 minutes, bro.
Just
like
get on
the train. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I had my first mentor, and he was like, bro, you could, bro, like with your following, man, you could be making $50,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? And the way he said it, I was like, oh, I would have felt stupid saying no. You know what I'm saying, bro? He was like, you could make $50,000 in a month. At that time, I was making $50,000 every 3 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like just hearing that, it was like, of course I'm gonna do this. But and having mentors, it fast forwards your progress. It gets you to where you want to be. So,
yeah, wholeheartedly, man. Yeah, I love it. Okay. So we've talked a little bit about, rage. We've talked about calorie restrictions. We've talked about running, lifting. Talked a little bit about your past and what brought you and compelled you to start lifting or start personally training. What is it that you're working on that makes you really fired up and excited?
I would say, like, to be honest, like growing the brand. You know what I'm saying? Staying consistent and continuing to grow the brand. Like the place I'm trying to get to is where, we have like 10 videos going out a day. We have YouTube, we're doing lives more. Like I really just want to grow the brand. Like I really want this thing to be just like worldwide. I want everybody to know that if they're trying to lose body fat, if they eat meat and veggies, like I want to change millions of lives with this. Just giving them simple, tactical things they can do to get from point A to point Z.
Yeah, so I love it.
That's what's firing me up right now. Just staying consistent and just like capitalizing on this current moment.
Why?
I don't know. That's a good. What do you mean? So, like,
What's fueling that?
What's fueling it? I enjoy this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy making the content. I enjoy helping people lose weight. I enjoy. That's a really powerful question. It's exciting for me. Like, it's exciting, bro. So to be honest, like I said, like I was making, let's say, like $10,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, chasing this dream. Like, I went the first 9 years as an entrepreneur making no money. You know, people say, "Oh, I was making I'm making like $10,000 a year." Like, just like everything that's coming in from the little part-time jobs I had, working the business, and I never gave up on it. So to be in a position where now I have like over 1 million followers, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is like a game. This is like, you know, when you finally beating the game and you got the cheat codes, like, this is an adventure.
Yeah.
Me getting married, I've been married for about a year, and
Kudos, man. Congrats.
thank you. Me and my wife, we moved up to Texas. This is my first time having my own spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, have my own apartment where I could put my foot on the table if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's incredible, man. This is like a fun ride right now. It's an amazing journey.
Yeah.
You know, just to reiterate, I've been doing this thing for years, bro. Like, years, telling myself I'm gonna give it till I'm 35. I'm gonna just grind and hustle. I'm never gonna quit. If I'm 35 and nothing happens, then I'll get a job and I'll whatever. You know, like, my mom is telling me, go to school and you should go back to school. And you should go back to school. But I'm just like, no, this is what I'm focusing on. You know, been in relationships, you know, and you know, nothing's starting to shake. The relationship ends, and I still gotta grind, and so to see it all pay off,
Wow,
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Like, it's like nothing will make me stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's
I
like,
wholeheartedly hear you.
So that's kind of like,
It keeps you going.
yeah, bro. It's amazing.
Yeah, people see the tip of the pyramid, but they don't see the everything else that builds it. It's like, in real time, when you're trying to get to the pinpoint, there's all kinds of bricks that you have to build up in real time, and nobody else sees the foundation. They just see the moment you get to the top.
Yeah.
And it seems like you've reached that point, but now you're reflecting on all of the little bricks that you had.
Yeah, which I haven't done in a very, very long time. So thank you for that question.
Of course,
that
man.
actually had me like self-reflecting.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so what's next? What else we got?
I mean, other than that, man, I mean, I guess I do want to have kids, you know, so that's the next thing. I want to have kids. I want to continue to get stronger in my faith. And I mean, outside of that, man, I mean, there's some philanthropy stuff I would love to get into.
Yeah.
So the name of my thing is like Better You, Better Society. I used to, like, before I started to grow, like, Better You, Better Society, what we used to do was every Saturday we would go out to the city and we would feed the homeless. So we would make meals and then give out like 100 or 200 dinners on a Saturday night, every Saturday. That was one thing. I used to do like media work and like social media work for people. I sold apparel at Better You, Better Society, shirts and leggings and sweatpants. And I used to do it was a Better You, Better Society like public speaking workshops where I would host these workshops at a church, and then I would have people break into little groups and practice their public speaking, and then everybody would come and present at the front of the room. And that was like a great confidence booster type exercise thing. So eventually I want to get back into doing all of that stuff. You know how like Virgin Mobile, they have like Virgin Atlantic. So it's Richard Branson. He's like 1,000,001 different companies all underneath the umbrella of Virgin. So sometime in the future, I want to get back into all of that. The charity, the apparel, the media side of things. Yeah. But it's one step at a time. I'm nowhere near there
For sure.
yet. Once this is like bang established and we got apps and, you know, little Better You, Better Society bikes and exercise equipment, then we'll start to branch into those other things over the next like 20 years, I guess.
Yeah. There's something that's coming up right now is there was one time I don't like to share this stuff because I don't do it for the publicity. I don't do it to share in front of a camera. I do it from the pureness out of my heart. Like, I try to just help. But there was one individual who came up. So I went to a 7-Eleven and I purchased a sandwich, beef jerky, peanuts, electrolytes, and water. And I put it into a bag. Someone's going to need this today. And I walked outside and there was a gentleman right there. I was like, oh, perfect. I'm like, here you go, man. Like, here you go. And he told me, no, I don't want it. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I purchased it for you specifically. And he's like, no, I don't want it. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, somebody else needs this meal. So I go, I do my day. And honestly, I forget that the meal's there. I do my gym, watch a movie. And then I'm coming back home. And there's a gentleman underneath the bridge. And he comes out, like spawns out of nowhere. And I see him and I was like, oh, perfect gentleman to like get the sandwich. And then I remember I had like $2, I think, just $2 little. So I put it inside of the bag. And I bring down my window and he's asking, and I'm like, here, it's like, this is for you, brother. God bless. And then the smile, like, it makes me a little emotional just thinking about it. But like the smile on this man's face, there was so much purity in it. It was so innocent. And I remember just like he went away. And then I drove, and then as I was driving away, he just like gave me a wave. Yeah. And there's something so powerful about just giving and just what you shared about the philanthropy and what you're doing for the community. Like, that fires me up, and I attribute that. That's amazing, man.
Yeah,
I love that.
I think that, like, I'm at a point now where like I'm making more money than I've ever made before in my life, and nothing compares to, like, it's better to give than it is to receive. You know, what scripture is that? But it's better, like, and that is so true. Yeah. Nothing felt better than when we would load up our carts and the team we'd be out there giving away. Like, that is the most rewarding feeling in the world.
100%. So, yeah. Give without any sort of expectation of receiving a return. That's the biblical lesson that my mom taught me just by her effort, her character. Like, she always used to just do that from the grace of her heart. Yeah. And seeing that as a kid just has fortunately stuck with me in real time. So yeah, I appreciate you for sharing that, man.
No problem.
Yeah.
Man. No problem.
What you mentioned, we got about 5% before this computer dies. So I want to touch a little bit into your faith, if you don't mind me sharing.
Of course.
You mentioned you wanted to get a little bit deeper into your faith. What does that look like for you?
Reading my word more, praying more. So like that's like the bulk of it. Just reading my word more, praying more, and just seeing where God leads me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I really want to be used by God. Like, I want to make sure that like I'm open to being directed the way that He wants to direct me and where He wants to lead me.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy for me to wake up and just get into making my content and running my business and doing the steps, doing the things that I have on my to-do list, that like I forget to like pause and pray and just kind of like just be guided by God. And I remember hearing this story about how like lack of patience and feeling like you need to rush is like one of the main reasons why people lack compassion. So there was a study, let's say it was me and you, and they tell me, okay, Sam, you're going to read the story of the Good Samaritan, and you don't read the story of the Good Samaritan, but they tell me like, hey Sam, you have 2 minutes to get around the corner or else you're going to fail class. And they tell you can get to class whenever you want. And then so we're walking, going about our business, and there's a homeless man who stops me. I got 2 minutes. Yo, man, I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. Peace. You see him. Oh, you got all the time in the world. So you'll talk with him, help him out, give him $1, etc. So I just see the value in not rushing. It leads to me being more compassionate. It leads to me, even like there are people who will reach out to me, ask me questions, but if I feel like I don't have the time, it's like, okay, I can't answer your DM, bro. Like, it's just, I ignore people.
Yeah.
But I get like 1,000 DMs a day, so I can't do that with everybody. But
for sure,
just more still, I'll be able to, just be more compassionate, be more giving, be more loving,
be more present. Yeah. John Mark Comer has a book called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, and he mentions it in one of his sermons that the reason people can't hear God's voice is because they're in such a rush. They're in such a rush to get through the day. Therefore, they're not able to actually hear what God is trying to tell them. And you were mentioning it right now to have a path, right? Like guide you in His path. There's this thing that's just been on my mind so recently. It says it in Psalms. the word of God is like a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Yeah, the Justin, who was at the seminar, or the seminar today, he kept talking about that, and I think it's just beautiful. Yeah, to have him guide you in a specific path that is kind of outside of your control, and I'm just kind of seeing the beauty in that in real time. Yeah. So I appreciate you for sharing that. That just came across.
No, I appreciate you for sharing that, because it's like you said something. It's like, God will guide you, even like it's outside of what you would have like planned and laid out for yourself. But I didn't think that I would be doing this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at a point now where I want to just be so driven by my faith that I don't care what happens. I know I'm good. Like, God, I know you got me. And to get kind of dark-ish, I guess, like if I died today, as long as I know where I'm going, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
reassured.
That's all I care about. Like, that's why the main thing overall for me is to strengthen my faith, because at the end of the day, money, success, none of this stuff really matters, because you know what I'm saying?
We're all
things happen, and that's out of our control.
Yeah.
But if I know that the main thing is taken care of, like my soul, and like I'm good.
Yeah.
And that gives you the confidence to have fun and relax. So that's something I got to just be more present with myself.
I love it,
man.
I love that, man. Yeah. Something I said about recently, which is, if you have a reassurance in knowing where you're going to go after this life, and you have a God that is omnipotent, plays with the sky as if it's his own canvas every single day, and you're backed up by that God. Imagine just what you're capable of doing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. Something that I feel quite convicted. We got like 3 before this computer dies.
Don't have it. I can give you a charger.
Yeah? Oh. Yeah. Oh, actually, I brought my charger. I think I got it like right over there, if you don't mind grabbing it.
Where is it? I'm sure it's not on your table. It's not on the table right there.
Which one? Oh! Wow, I didn't even see that. That's funny. Yeah, that one, I don't think that one was working. Oh no, that's the only one. Like the plug wasn't working.
Oh, this plug is working.
Yeah.
Okay,
that should be good. That'll be okay.
I'll plug the light in. I just want to get this to not die.
Yeah. Don't worry about the light. We should be good without it. There we go. Sick.
Okay. Oh, you only have one light?
Yeah. Honestly, that should be okay. They're gonna listen to it. Yeah. Okay.
This is on. All right. That's funny.
Yeah, there was a instance that I kind of. So we were doing the seminar today, and it ends. We have some breakthroughs. Individuals are talking about God. They're all gathering around Michael. Michael's very firm in his faith, and I really respect that. But there was a individual that I had been trying to connect with before I moved from my hometown in Moreno Valley, California. And the reason why I was trying to connect with him is prior to when we were engaging a lot, we were friends, we were connected, he would always try to pull me towards God. And he sprouted the seed inside of me to which now I'm moving forward with him. And there was one day specifically where a gentleman and I were about to have breakfast, and he came. And I saw him, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I've been trying to connect with you, this and that. He ends up leaving, and I've been trying to call him recently, last 2 weeks or so. And God has been putting it into my heart to like reach out to this man just because of how much knowledge he has with the word. I call him, he doesn't answer. After we're done with the seminar, he sends me a message just out of the blue, and it says Acts chapter 58, verse 6 and 7. Isaiah chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. And then he says, read and fast. And I look at, and it was right after the seminar. So I immediately go to my word, and it's just saying like fast. Like the whole message and the core behind it is fast. So I think in real time, like God is just preparing the path. Like he's in real time telling me what to do now. And I guess it's just up to me to obey and be obedient. Yeah. So literally tomorrow, we're just going to fast tomorrow. I've never done it before, but yeah, I'm super excited.
I love that, man.
He's
that's
working.
That's real obedience.
Yeah.
Because fasting ain't easy, man.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, cameras.
That's all good. They'll listen to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, yours is good. Yeah.
Right. So, I did a 40-day fast once.
Wow.
Right? Because now my buddy's probably not gonna watch this whole thing. But so I had this girl who was kind of like a girlfriend to me.
Okay.
Not really. And I cheated on her.
Yeah.
Right? And I kept cheating on her. And I was like, man, like, I just saw. So, then she stopped talking to me. She found out, whatever.
Yeah.
And I just saw, I'm like, okay, that is something that I need to break because I do not want to bring that into my future. And mind you, this is years ago. All right, baby? If you're watching, this is years ago. You know what I'm saying? This is probably like 8-9 years ago. But I did a 40-day fast because I wanted to break that. So it was no solid food. It was just water, tea, and the coffee for 40 days. I fasted. I prayed, and like coming out of that, I was able to break that, like that infidelity type of thing. So, the years after that, I was, what's the word, like celibate,
yeah,
etc.
Yeah.
So I did that, and going into my marriage, I was able to like break that off and not bring that into. Now I have a beautiful wife, and what I'm saying, all of those old things have been like broken off of me. So I see all of that to say fasting is powerful.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I used to fast for like gym stuff, but this is the first time stepping into like actually with God. Yeah. So I'm not entirely sure what to expect. What should I expect?
I don't know. You're gonna be hungry.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, however God moves in your life, that's how God chooses to move in your life.
Amen.
So you let me know.
Okay, we'll do it, dude. So coffee's cool. You can do coffee.
I mean, everybody different. Some people fast and they just eat vegetables. So just like pray on it and see where God leads you.
Okay. All right, man. Yeah. Dang, Sam, I'm cooked on questions. I think that's all I had to ask.
Bro, that was great, man. I appreciate you for asking such great questions. You actually had me do a lot more introspection. I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
More than I normally do.
Wow.
So thank you, man.
Grateful, man. Thank you so much for allowing me to come in and have this conversation with you. I'm really grateful.
Oh, no problem, bro. No problem, man.
Amazing. Sick. All right. Well, this has been Bridge the Gap with George Hernandez and Sam. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in today, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic day.
Yeah, this is my first podcast too. Got it. By the way, guys, this is my first podcast.
He cooked.
I'm excited.
He cooked. All right, you guys.